Yo, you said that.
Russia is the only country that's never had our people in slavery.
You want to know what's crazy? Even when you look at, I watch the UFC, for example. That all the top Russian UFC fighters, they fuck with all the Jakes.
If you got nigga women, bro, they do.
They fuck with all Jakes. They be like, yo, brother, why don't you come to Dagestan? Come to Dagestan, you and your family. We'll take care of you.
Crazy saying this though, but I'm just saying, I don't care.
I know you couldn't say nothing.
Crazy, brother.
Like the Holocaust and all that.
It's fake. It's all bullshit. Hitler fucked with us. He made those numbers up.
Hitler, like, bro,
You already said?
this is why he didn't like the Jews.
Because they brought communism.
Come over.
They created communism.
They would sell a loaf of bread, say you Jewish.
Yeah,
So you a
and
loaf of bread for $3.
they created inflation on purpose
created
to basically
inflation.
take everything.
They try to take shit over.
Exactly.
Hitler was actually a good guy.
Hitler was this.
Hitler was actually a good guy.
So what they did was
Hitler
this.
actually tried to shut it
What they
down.
did was they owned all the banks on purpose, and then they created inflation on purpose. So then everybody would have to go to them to borrow, but then they did it on purpose so then they could take all that. So Hitler was like,
Hitler was actually a good guy. A lot of niggas don't do
evil
that.
motherfuckers, we gotta get rid of them, eradicate them. And then once Hitler knew you ain't even a real Jew, nobody gonna care if I kill you.
Yo, word on the
That's what
street. Jesse Owens, the Olympic runner Jesse Owens, yo, real shit. When documentary, Jesse Owens was like, yo, real rap. When he was over there doing the Olympics, ain't nobody fucked with him when it came to like the European descent. Hitler was the only one that gave that
But
buck.
if y'all ever need like an armed guard out here with y'all, you never know what
We got angels, brother.
We got angels.
Hitler fucked with Jesse Owens.
Angels, I get it. They gonna watch out for us. But like,
Well, guess what?
shit,
But
we still got
hey, let me tell you something. Can I tell you something? You're standing here right now as the Lord sent you up here. You don't even understand it.
Don't.
You even said what you just said just now because the Lord was letting us know that we good.
that ain't down on the balls, bro.
We just don't know the truth. Look, we're not gonna get into that.
We're not gonna get X5 Hey, brother, we get deep, man. We
The
get
white
deep.
reason why they change the book and all that
Because they try to hide.
control.
Yeah, and they also want to hide who the wicked are.
And they don't want to see. They knew that blacks was like basically real Israel. The whole Christianity changed.
Destroyed. Hold on, yo, you know what, brother? Before you go, what you just said, I mean, you on your way, yo, repeat this. What you just said is some real shit. I'm gonna give this one little.
Boy, it's already coming. The world is ending right now as we know it.
This is what's happening right now. Remember Deshaun Jackson? Deshaun Jackson.
Yeah, he did come out and say it.
Right, Deshaun Jackson's.
Deshaun Jackson, Kyrie Irving.
Yep, Kyrie came out and said
Kanye.
Kanye got condemned.
Kanye got
Oh, they tell it on the NBA.
yeah. Kanye came out. They took $1 billion from him.
Melo. He was coming off the bench. He said, man,
He quoted. He put a quote on Hitler. Now he wasn't representing Hitler. It was intriguing to him. But what he said was
Omar Sotomayor.
That motherfucker, he was like,
he's Jewish.
Amari Stoudemire, he like sold out though.
Yeah, he's cooked. He said he came out.
He was going over there and doing bar mitzvahs and shit with the big Jews and shit.
He said something about it. Deshaun Jackson apologized after posting anti-Semitic posts.
Why? Because he
he
lose all
said
that money.
something about Hitler. Deshaun Jackson apologized for offensive Hitler posts. What's next? But everything he said about Hitler was right.
Whoever wins the wars writes the history books. If Hitler would have won, the world probably would have been
And
completely
what happened
different.
was the white people turned the whole Nazi scenario into something totally different.
Yeah, because remember, hold on, you also gotta understand something. You understand something. The Jewish people didn't even care about what the Nazis were doing until the British and the French were pleading. Yo, can y'all please get America to join the war? We're gonna lose this war if America don't get involved. Who owns all the newspapers? So they started propaganda in America, all the newspapers saying, yeah, the war machine, Hitler's a... Bro, we already did.
You already got the industry.
Oh, you see everybody falling. You see the Lord. The Lord said that the Lord is pulling out strongholds.
Come to light.
But yo, let's
All right, brother. Appreciate you coming up. All right, man.
Yo, come on anytime.
We're here every Saturday.
If you come back this way, just stop. You can listen. Come talk.
All right, have a good one. Oh, matter of fact, brother, my bad. I got you. Hey, brother, open up.
Shalom. We are the Hebrew Israelites coming out here week in and week out to prophesy the downfall of this wicked ass kingdom known as America. Alright, spiritual Egypt and modern day Babylon. Alright, to tell you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans that you're not niggas fixing wetbacks, but God's chosen people of the Bible, or that legendary bloodline. All right, and they tell you who the wicked and the heathen are, which is pretty much everybody that's not an Israelite. All right, but first and foremost, we want to give all praise, honor, and glory
To Yahweh, Ba'Shem, Yahushua, Bahar, Kodash.
double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, and teaching rule well, and peace and salutations to the hopeful elect, pushing this gospel amongst the four winds with truth and sincerity. To you we say shalom.
Shalom, shalom. So, me and the brothers, we was up here dialoguing about, we were in the book of Proverbs. So right now we all got homework. I'm pretty sure brothers do, they study it and everything like that too. So right now we're all in the book of Proverbs, and we notice a stumbling block that a lot of Christians use to try to confound, right? But what they're doing is they're confounding themselves because they don't understand the sayings and the dark sayings, because this wisdom was not given unto them, right? This understanding wasn't given unto them. If I get the scripture where it says, why do you speak so in parables? Okay, grab that real quick. But I still want you to chime in.
Face no trace.
I still want you to chime in.
It's the book of Matthew, chapter 13, and I'm going to start at verse 10. It says, and the disciples came and said unto him, why is thou speakest unto them in parables? He answered and said unto them, because it is given unto you to know the mysteries of the kingdom of heaven, but unto them it is not given.
So we understand by process of elimination, right, that the law was only given to the Israelites, those who were led out of Egypt in Exodus, right? And we understand that the dark sayings and mysteries, parables, were only going to be understood by the true children of Israel. This is why scriptures like Proverbs, Proverbs 6. We're going to get into Proverbs 6. We're going to read 5, 6, and 7 to give context. But scriptures like Proverbs 6 confounds a lot of Christians, man. And then they use these words as for their own personal ammo, especially women, right? And especially women that try to use it. Now we're going to bring it out. Shalom, Moses. Shalom, Maki. We're going to bring the scriptures out and give context. Okay. Now, if you want, you can actually go into. Actually, you could kind of probably start up. We can kind of read the whole chapter. To be honest with you, because we want to get into understanding. So Proverbs goes into wisdom, right? And we already know this is talking about King Solomon, who's the wisest man of all, right? King David, which is his father, already carved out the land of Israel and went through all the wars and created great peace. So when King Solomon became king, he already had everything: riches, women, wealth, everything you could possibly think of, he had. So when the Lord asked him what did he want, he asked him for wisdom above all else. And the Lord literally bequeathed him wisdom of everything.
He got more riches.
And then he got more riches because he if you read about King Solomon, he got the wisdom. Matter of fact, Wisdom of Solomon. If you read the book Wisdom of Solomon, you'll learn that he was given wisdom to understand the elements, how things work, the mysteries, space, time, everything. So he was literally, if you want to quote unquote in a normal day, he was the first scientist, if you will. Now I don't want to use the word scientist because that's trying to understand God. The Lord gave him understanding, right? So he was the wisest of all. So we're going to get into Proverbs the 6th chapter. Because when you get this Proverbs 6 and 20 and down, it becomes a little bit of a stumbling block for a lot of Christians. Now, obviously, we're going to break it down and it's a twofold thing, because you got to understand something. The Lord speaks literal and then spiritual. Literal and then spiritual. And then people in the world will want to go, oh, well, that doesn't make any sense because it's all spiritual. No, some things are literal, some things are spiritual. But you have to have that eye salve.
Kakodash.
You get that, yeah.
But I had on Kakodash. Holy Spirit.
The Holy Spirit. Somebody get that eye salve? I'll give that eye salve. I'm going to grab that real quick. Eye salve. Just type in eye salve. I'm not exactly what that. Got it? All right, bring it out real quick.
It's the book of Revelations, chapter 3 and verse 18. I counsel thee to buy of me gold tried in the fire, that thou mayest be rich, and white raiment, that thou mayest be clothed, and that the shame of thy nakedness do not appear, and anoint thine eyes with eye salve, that thou may see.
See? Now, what is he saying that we might see? The truth, the understanding. We were given wisdom. Because mind you, in the scriptures it says, seek wisdom, but understanding above all else. Because you can hear these words, but if you don't have any understanding, how can you apply it? How can you actually hold dear to it, so you are given life. You're giving riches beyond your measure. All right. So we received that eye salve, like the brother said, the Ruach Kodesh, the Holy Spirit came upon us, so we could have that understanding of what's going on. So now we're going to read. Now, mind you, if you read Proverbs and you start off, it's literally equating wisdom as a woman, right? It's equating wisdom as a woman. Hold dear unto this woman, keep her close. She will prolong your days, and so forth, so on. Now we understand the word wisdom goes into Sophia. This is why we say it's a woman. But if you keep reading, it starts to go back and forth between spiritual and literal. Spiritual and literal. And it can be a big stumbling block. So we're just going to try to clean it up for brothers. I'm pretty sure like-minded brothers understand, but we out here to teach the sheep and those who don't know.
Also got Romans 11 going in that too.
Yeah, matter of fact, if you want to get Romans 11, grab that real quick.
It talks about stumbling blocks and all that.
Yeah, you can get Romans 11 and then we're going to read it.
All right, so Romans 11, I'm going to start from 7 down to 10. It says, what then? Israel have not obtained that which he seeketh for, but the election have obtained it, and the rest were blinded.
And the rest were blinded. What is it? What is it that we were seeking? We were seeking this truth, that wisdom, that Sophia, to apply to our lives, so we can then have what? Salvation, right? Understanding, right? The instructions to how to move on this earth until Yahweh Shah comes back, right? It's a stumbling block to most people because they don't have this wisdom. They weren't given that eyesight, the Holy Spirit. Remember, it says that this wisdom shall not enter into a malicious soul, right? So a lot of people are in wickedness, man, and ever perpetuating darkness where they can't even understand what we're trying to bring out. But the Lord gave us His truth freely, right? So we must freely give. All right?
Just a dagger to kind of back up everything. 1 John 2:20. But ye have an unction from the Holy One, and ye know all things. I have not written unto you because ye know not the truth, but because ye know it, and that no lie is of the truth.
Exactly. And the thing is, the reason why I said it says that I wrote unto you not because you don't know the truth, because he's basically saying, I already know the Holy Spirit has come upon you. So you can actually understand what I'm saying now, right? And so because the Lord has raised us up to be teachers, right, and edifiers and defenders of the faith, we must come out and make sure our brothers and sisters who so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans understand these dark sayings. Now, mind you, it's still for the Lord to let this fester in your mind and then to grow. But we are out here planting seeds. All right? Go ahead. I know you have more.
Yep. Romans 11 and 8. According as it is written, Yahweh have given them the spirit of slumber, eyes that they should not see, and ears that they should not hear unto this day. Right? And David saith, let their table be made a snare and a trap and a stumbling block and a recompense unto them, and let their eyes be darkened that they may not see, and bow down their back all way.
And the reason why the Lord says this is because not everybody is here. We're not here for everybody. The Lord is not giving this truth to everybody, because it says in the scriptures, the word of today is for many, the word to come is for few. Right? So the Lord sent the strong delusion, right? For all the people who are meant to hear this, because we're out here fishing for men, but those men are of the elect, right? The 144,000 and the 1/3, right? That's all we out here for. We're out here to contest for the faith, to literally speak life into our people, and to condemn the naysayers. Simple as that. All right. So we understand that the Lord sent those strong delusions. Now we're gonna get into there's plenty of inserts in the Bible and precepts that we can get into to make this point. But we want to, since we're talking about wisdom, we're going to stay in the book of Proverbs. All right. So if you want, you can actually start at Proverbs 6, and then we can just read through it. We can just read through it to give understanding. Yeah, you can start at the top, bro.
Eros, the land back does beautifully said. Romans 11 and 7, right? That what the elect have obtained, right? It goes back to the eyesight in Revelations 3, saying that the rest were blinded, as it followed up with, right? And then he continued in 8, where it went into how their eyes were darkened, eyes darkened, you know what I mean, being blinded, the eyesight, you know what I mean? You see how the Lord is you know what I mean? You know,
they're still dead. They're dead. The Lord is not allowing life to be breathed into those dry bones. Why? Because not all of Israel is of Israel spiritually. We know you're of Israel physically, but you're not all of Israel spiritually. And because of that, 2/3 of our people must be cut off. Right? So the Lord has a great work, and it's manifesting. All right? So now we're going to get into Proverbs 6, just to give context, because it's talking about wisdom, Sophia, but then it starts to talk about other things in between. And we're going to just break that down and give you an understanding how Christians get a stumbling block, not understanding that, yes, the Lord does speak in spiritual, because all the words in the Bible are spirit. Because remember, it says that every word written was basically written by a man who was moved by the Holy Spirit, meaning it was always in spirit. All right? But if you don't have that eyesight and understanding, you're not going to understand what the scriptures are actually saying. All right? But go ahead.
It's Proverbs 6:1. It says, my son, if thou be surety for thy friend, if thou hast stricken thy hand with a stranger, thou art snared with the words of thy mouth, thou art taken with the words of thy mouth. Basically going into, you know, Jake, we get ourselves in a lot of situations we don't foresee. Like talking yourself into an agreement. Yo, Brock, you need a ride to work tomorrow? I got you. You're bonded by your word if you're a man of the Lord. Exactly. I mean, your word is everything. The Lord basically is saying, I'll continue to avoid that. Yeah. He likens it to like a gazelle fleeing from a predator.
Exactly. The same way how the Lord says, don't swear and don't make a vow that you can't keep.
What's that?
Right? That also goes into that as well. But go ahead, Aki. That's beautiful.
It's verse 3. It says, do this now, my son. Deliver thyself when thou art coming to the hand of thy friend. Go humble thyself and make sure thy friend. Meaning what? Try to erase that. Make wash your hands with the situation if you will.
Man, be real about it.
Don't do it. You can't do it.
Don't create a situation that you can't handle. Right? And deliver yourself. Be humble. All right, go ahead.
It says, it's verse 4. Give not sleep to thine eyes, nor slumber to thine eyelids. Deliver thyself as a roe from the hand of a hunter, and as a bird from the hand of the fowler. Go to the ant, thou sluggard, and consider her ways and be wise.
Now, mind you, this is all going into different forms of wisdom, right? We're just speaking wisdom right now, but the reason why I told him to start here is because you'll see as it starts to transition. All right, go ahead.
It's basically like
so the Lord telling you not to be a sluggard.
Yeah.
Don't be one of them brothers that's just sitting around all day not doing nothing.
Let your days
and he compared it to an ant, because remember, if you look at ants, they're always ever moving and working, always doing something, right? Preparing, doing something, all right? So the Lord says you should always be at work. You should always be expounding on yourself. Go ahead.
It's verse 7 going into the ants, which have no guide, overseer, or ruler, provideth her meat in the summer and gathereth her food in the harvest. How long wilt thou sleep, O sluggard? When wilt thou arise out of thy sleep? Yet a little sleep, a little slumber, yet a little folding up the hands to sleep. So shall thy poverty come as one that traveleth, and thy want as an armed man.
I gotta get 00.
It says a naughty person, a wicked man, walketh with a froward mouth. He waketh with his eyes, he speaketh with his feet, he teacheth with his fingers. It says frowardness is in his heart, he deviseth mischief continually. He soweth discord. Therefore shall his calamity come suddenly. Suddenly shall he be broken without remedy. These 6 things doeth Yahweh hate.
So it's talking about a wicked man, and how a wicked man is not going to adhere. Because if you read higher into the chapter, if you start at Proverbs 1, it's literally comparing the wicked from the righteous, following after the law, statutes, and commandments, which is wisdom, Sophia, and then those who abhor the law, which are the wicked, and how they're going to act. So right now, it's basically regurgitating what it brought out in chapter 1 and 2, and it's basically now the Lord is basically saying verbally 6 things that he actually hates. Go ahead.
It's verse 17. A proud look, a lying tongue, and hands that shed innocent blood. A heart that devises wicked imaginations, feet that be swift in running into mischief. A false witness that speaketh lies, and he that soweth discord among brethren. That last one heavy.
Yeah, God.
You know what I mean?
So Lord,
a lot of brothers do that,
this.
don't even subconsciously. You know what I mean?
So a lot of what's going on in Israel right now is literally what it's saying right here. The Lord ain't dealing with them. The Lord says these are 6 things that I hate, and there's a lot of brothers that are backbiting, which is, I know you're about to read that in a second. As you can see, I read. It's about to go into backbiting. But the Lord is saying these are the 6 things that I hate. This is the characteristics of a wicked man. Now, mind you, we know that the so-called white man does this every day. This is how they feel. They don't exactly. This is what we running away from, right? Go ahead.
This verse 20. It says, "My son, keep thy father's commandment and forsake not the law of thy mother."
Now, mind you, why is he saying mind you? Because like I said, if you read in context from chapter 1 over, The law is wisdom, right? Applying the law is understanding. Understanding the law will prolong your life, will set you straight and have you on that straight and narrow path. Follow the law. So he's basically saying, remember the generations of old. Who has ever called upon the name of the Lord and has been forsaken? Why? Because they were following the law of their mother and father. They were on that right accord. Go ahead.
It's verse 22. It says, when thou goest, it shall lead thee. When thou sleepest, it shall keep thee. And when thou awakest, it shall talk with thee. For the commandment is as a lamp, and the law is light, and reproofs of instruction are the way of life, to keep thee from the evil woman and from the flattery of the tongue of a strange woman.
Now, mind you, this is where I wanted to get to, okay? Now, this is twofold, right? Now, obviously, it's telling brethren, yo, don't commit adultery, right? Now, adultery goes twofold here. You got this is where the stumbling block happens, right? This is the stumbling block for a lot of Christians. Because they'll read this and like, yeah, so you're only supposed to have one wife. You're only supposed to do this, and they got this whole doctrine that they created, right? But if you read in context, the Lord, like I said, equated wisdom as Sophia, as the woman we're supposed to have, right? But then it's starting to say, read that again.
The number one woman we're supposed to have.
We argue, that's our one woman. That's our woman because it's going to
No other woman than that.
exactly.
Than that
That's
doctrine.
what it was. That's what it's referring to. Now it does speak in the carnal or the physical as well, because yes, we're not allowed to deal. We're not supposed to deal with another man's wife.
We can bring this
You
out.
know what,
Hold on,
though?
let me
What's
bring this out.
beautiful about the scriptures is that by switching it up like that, it just do what I do. It's a second example to bring home the point, even with that, even to that extent. So he brought up the woman with the man because it's the same situation but stronger point, meaning it just need to be one. Meaning as far as one philosophy, but it's not referring to that, just making a concept of the same. Same pinpoint.
It's a correlation.
Correct.
It's a double entendre. What he's saying is this: wisdom is your woman, and the woman you're supposed to adhere to. The law, statutes, and commandments. That's going to keep us narrow and straight on the right path.
Isaiah 34:16. Seek ye out of the book of the Lord and read. No one of these shall fail. None shall want her mate. For my mouth it hath commanded, and his spirit it hath gathered them.
See, they want her mate. Why did it use the word feminine, like a feminine form? Because wisdom is also equated as Sophia, woman. This is our woman. So now, read that again on 20, verse 20, 20 now. Go back to context. 24.
All right, it's Proverbs 6:24 again. To keep thee from the evil woman, from the flattery of the tongue of a strange woman.
Now, mind you, the evil woman is other philosophies, other doctrines, and other religions. All right? Because remember, it started off as keep the law of your mother and father, which will keep you on that straight and narrow path. But that other woman, not Sophia, not wisdom, will have you running astray. Keep going.
Different priorities and
Exactly.
what? Different priorities and principles they living by.
Exactly. Go ahead.
This is
Ideology. You might feel one way. The scriptures might teach one way, but then you might dive into I don't know, like
Book of Jasher.
not even
Book
that.
of
Like,
Enoch.
you might meet somebody and they try to teach you about like, yo, bro, look into Epicureanism and shit, man. It's practice and the principle.
Coptic Christians, because the original, the oldest, and yet they trying to give you to move away. Like, hey, this is a sound doctrine given to us by our forefathers, our mothers. It's the law of our mothers and our fathers. This is Sophia. This is the woman we are supposed to what? Cling to. Go ahead.
This is verse 25. Lust not after her beauty in thine heart.
Because mind you, this is twofold. Obviously, we're not supposed to lust after a woman and stumble after her beauty, but remember this. Even in Exodus, right? When they got to Mount Sinai, right? And after Moses went up into the mountain, what were they doing? They were murmuring, bitching, complaining, and they say, yo, let's do what? Let's get all our gold and erect a golden bull. Why? Because they remembered when they were in captivity. Remember, they were murmuring about what they was eating, how we was better when we was there. So guess what? So that all those philosophies and all those teachings that they grew up on or heard about, they like, yo, why don't we just do that? It might sound good. Look at King Solomon himself. What made King Solomon, the wisest man of all, go off? It was his estranged wives from other nations that was coming to him. Daddy, can you It's my God's birthday today. Can we just make a altar so we can sacrifice unto him? And he like, yo, man. All right, baby. Well, look. All right, go ahead. You know, it's cool. I'm the king. You be all right. Just make sure we ain't me. And the Lord like, nigga, what the fuck is you doing? Right? It's the same concept right here. Go ahead.
You know, he put that spirit on him. You know, he didn't get them stripes in that life. So he said, all right, now you get the wolf a little bit.
Exactly.
You gotta earn them Jones.
Go ahead.
Yeah, this is verse 26, I think. It's 26. It says, for by means of a whorish woman, a man is brought to a piece of bread. Eating woman
So
will
mind
break
you,
you down.
if you read about in the earlier chapters, it says that wisdom will set your life aright. It'll give you riches and glory, right? Because we were following that path. Remember, Deuteronomy 28:1. If you follow all these laws, statutes, and commandments, you will be set on high. You will have everything. You'll be rich. You'll be all this. But then remember, Deuteronomy 28:15. If you break the law or astray from this law, meaning going them harlots and them whores and they, even though they sound good, look good, it might all look good. Guess what? It's going to lead you to death. Go ahead.
Damn, we gonna transition to the NLT because this is.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah, look, I'm gonna read this. I'm gonna read 25 again. Proverbs 6:25 in the NLT. It says, "Don't lust for her beauty. Don't let her coy glances seduce you. For a prostitute will bring you to poverty, but sleeping with another man's wife will cost you your life."
So mind you, that's twofold. It is, yeah, the law says we can't sleep with another man's woman, right? Guess what? It will lead you to death. But at the same time, spiritually following after these other philosophies and gods and religions, it's, guess what? Going to lead you to death, right? It might look good, because think about it. People still celebrate Christmas, right? It looked good.
All the
lights and colors and presents and all that. It looked good. But guess what? That's heathen customs is going to lead you to death, right? You got all these holidays that are leading you to death, but it all look good, sound good. Like, damn, you trying to tell me that I can go and hey, all we gonna do is
having what's the satanic law?
Oh,
do without will.
Do without will.
Yeah. You know
It
what I mean?
sound good.
And living out your life to your destiny. It sound good.
It
like
sound good.
You in control of your life and you do what you want.
Exactly.
And you don't let nobody or nothing hold you back. Because people in the world will try to teach you that the Bible and religion in general are strongholds and are chokes and yokes of iron of the people. All right, they
As
think
if
that
it restricts you and holds you back.
exactly. When in reality, it actually teaches you discipline and order and structure, which allow you to progress in life if you utilize it correctly.
exactly. Go ahead.
And then look, this is what you just saying. I go to literal to spiritual. NLT makes it more clear.
Yep.
So look, now it says what? It's 27. Can a man scoop a flame into his lap and not have his clothes catch on fire? Can he walk on hot coals and not blister his feet? So it is with man who sleeps with another man's wife. He who embraces her will not go unpunished.
See, embraces her will not go unpunished. Meaning, if you Israelites that know this truth, now mind you, it's twofold. Yes, we're not allowed to deal with other man's women. Okay,
But that's a part of the truth, though.
That's a part of the truth, right?
The whole.
yeah. But when it says the woman, it's literally it's spiritually speaking about other religions, philosophies. Because as soon as you start running into those paths, right, it's going to lead you so far from the truth that you're going to be bugged the hell out. You might as well just had died. You might as well just call it quits. You might as well just be done with everything else. All right, go ahead.
Bro, this is verse 30. Excuses might be found for a thief who steals because he is starving. But if he is caught, he must pay it back 7 times what he stole, even if he has to sell everything in his house.
Now, mind you, this is
That's
going
principle,
That's
right?
also principle. This basically goes into the Lord shall wink at your ignorance. But once you know the truth, there's no more sacrifice for sins. Because look, if I'm a thief because I'm hungry, like I ran in here and stole some bread, I stole your shoes so I can sell them so I can get something to eat, people gonna be like, all right, bro, I understand why you did it. But if you a brother that know this truth and you know that we're supposed to stay on the straight and narrow path, and then you get pulled into other philosophies and religions, the Lord gonna be like, hey, I know this nigga know the truth already. It ain't no more sacrifice for your sins. Ain't nobody gonna give a fuck how you feel after that. The Lord, you ain't trusting the Lord. I'm gonna laugh at your calamity. Simple. This is the stumbling block that a lot of Christians have. They don't understand these dark sayings because it wasn't given to them to understand. But it was given to us, so we must defend the faith. Go ahead.
It says, but the man who commits adultery is an utter fool. knowing the law, and doing the shit willingly.
Exactly.
Right? He says, it says, let me hit that again. Yeah, it says, but the man who commits adultery is an utter fool, for he destroys himself. He will be wounded and disgraced. His shame will never be erased. For the woman's jealous, this is jealousy.
Why was his shame never be erased? Because he knew the truth already. There was no more sacrifice for his sins. He knew he wasn't supposed to deal with that man's woman. And he also knew he wasn't supposed to deal with that woman's fucking philosophies and religion. Like let's say you meet an Indian chick, she bad as shit. She talking about Krishna and the dot head and shit. He said, just come to one of our Bali events. Yeah, we're gonna be doing Bali dances. I need you to dress up like this. And when they start doing their prayers, just bow your head. And you like, it ain't really that. No, bitch, I ain't doing that. Yeah. I'm not going. Hey, I'm gonna see you when you done. I'm gonna get that pussy when you done. You go ahead and do it all that. But guess what? Me knowing what I know, if I would have went to that event and I would have partake, even if I would have just partook a little bit, the Lord have been looking at me like, I thought I told you to get away from all forms of evil. The fuck is you doing? And then all of a sudden calamity hit me. Whose fault is it? This is why the brother just read that last part again. Where
it says he will be wounded and disgraced, and his shame will never be erased.
Exactly. Go ahead.
It says he will accept. It says for the woman's jealousies, for the woman's jealous husband will be furious, and he will show no mercy when he takes revenge. He will. So like,
now, mind you, this is also, like I said, twofold. This is also now speaking in the physical.
Who's that? In this sense, right? In the spiritual sense, that woman is us. Who is that husband? Yahweh.
Hey,
you know what I mean? And he, you know what I mean? And the Most High is what? A jealous power, bro.
Exactly. Saying
that was it, bro.
And he said, and he talks about how we have went whoring. And just like he says, we have went whoring after other gods.
Exactly. Brother. I was actually gonna tell you to get that. Let me get it in. They were whoring after other guys.
You got your other.
Oh, right there. Yeah, that's cool.
Judges 2:17. And yet they were not hearkened unto their judges, but they went a whoring after other gods and vowed themselves unto them. They turned quickly out of the way which their fathers walked in, obeying the commandments of the Lord, but they did not so.
So how were they whoring? Because they were committing adultery. They were worshiping other gods. They was cheating on Yahweh Shem
They were
Yahushua.
stumbling at the beauty.
They were stumbling at the beauty of these
other cultures.
Other ideologies, the tattoos, the heathen customs, like what you just mentioned, fucking Christmas and all these bullshit. It looks good. Like your flesh wants to do it.
Matter of fact, every time we go to Thailand, I always take pictures of the temples. If you see
Like,
these golden temples
they
and
be
shit,
looking like
they be like,
yeah.
damn, they made, how this is that temple's 2,000 years
But
old.
you know, as soon as you go into it, you see the Thai people going in there.
They lit the incense and shit. They be like, yo, man, if y'all, mind you, into a dumb motherfucker, they'll be like, yo, man, if they God allowed them to build all these beautiful temples, something gotta be right. You dumb.
Yo, what's that? Wisdom of Solomon?
Dumb.
17, where they talk about how men build all that shit for their purposes, and then they end up giving it power and worshiping God.
But it was saying like, it said, how can you who don't even have, you have more power, you have more power than the very idol you created.
Literally.
And
now you worship
and it says you're better. And it says you're better because you have lived and they haven't.
You made it.
Your guys don't breathe, smell, walk, talk. If they get dirty, it can't wipe itself off. They go into all that shit.
It's in Jeremiah, I think.
And this is why we were getting into this content. It's beautiful, bro. It's beautiful. But we getting into this content. You were saying something?
This is what's going to like to wrap it all around the wisdom. This is an important thing to get with Sophia, man.
Okay.
This is what separates us from other people in the world. Wisdom is the principal thing. Therefore, get wisdom, get Sophia, and with all thy getting, get understanding. In order to understand what wisdom is, you have to understand. The way we able to move wise in this society is because we understand who our enemies are, we understand who we are, we understand what's at stake, we understand what's coming, we understand what was, we understand what is.
And
We can
what
and what's
be.
to come. So you can only move wise if you understand what's happening, what's going to happen, or what has happened.
That's why we always say, like, you can't know where you're going until you know where you came from.
Exactly. And this is why the elites are able to control the world, because they understand. But your average person walking down this street, they have zero understanding.
They're literally just slaves to the Matrix, bro.
literally.
Like, yo, the movie.
They
like,
will keep the Matrix going.
Bro, they keep the
They
Matrix
keep it
is
going.
such a spiritual movie.
It's so
bro.
serious.
Like,
The older you
it
get,
is.
bro, you like, I want to watch the series
The
again.
more wisdom you get, every
Yes.
time you watch
You
it,
like, you learn
again,
something
you
new.
like,
Y'all see the newest one out? The newest Matrix?
That shit was corny.
Yeah, it wasn't like the first two.
No, it was corny.
Bro, Shorty got power too, John.
It was corny.
Yeah, it was kind of.
Trinity got a little power.
No, she got the power. He ain't have no
He didn't
more.
have, like, she was saving him.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah,
It's kind of weird.
yeah, that's feminism to us too.
Yeah, that's that new age.
That what, the woman king and the
Yo,
Black
the movie
Panther
came, I did see
Black
that.
Panther.
Yo, that is true, bro. I didn't even think about that.
They waited too long to
Fucking,
make that.
every movie they come
10
out
years.
nowadays all promote
It's a
feminism.
woman. She-Hulk.
She-Hulk.
Yeah, come
what was
on.
that? Coming to America too.
Marvels. You know what's crazy? You know what's crazy? All those movies flopped.
All of them
Yeah.
wet. All of them wet.
No, they flopped. Like they in the box office, they all flopped. That's why they're not doing no Marvels 2 and none of that shit.
Hey, but that's just fulfilling prophecy, man. What is it? The woman shall
That's
pass
a man. Yeah.
So,
That's what I'm here for.
so matter of fact, any of y'all got another example of dark sayings? There's a lot of them. There's a lot of them.
We already brought that out.
Yeah. What Matthew 13:11 already, right?
I did that already. Hold on, I got you.
I got you.
We can change subjects in a second. I just wanted to touch on that.
Yeah, but you know what though, man? Yo, man, that's how you know the Lord is a Jake. The Lord is a Jake anyway. Because just speaking in parables and slang anyway is what we do to communicate. Yo, I ever tell y'all brothers, man, when I be at my job, man, just to prove that one little thing on the carnal level, I told y'all how brothers, you know what I mean, they got so much time to where they are in that fucked up bondage that they actually are super intelligent to know that in order to communicate and not get in trouble, they got their own gang sign language to be able to communicate on a level of no bro. Like I'm talking about, like this is where I thought a sign is okay, but just to land back the point, my brother would say, "Hey yo, man, I told y'all last Tuesday I was gonna go do that." Bull go, he look over and see somebody watching the damn. The bull looking. I was saying the same thing last week, like 4 or 6 of them. I'm like, how the fuck? Jake is just incredible, bro. So speaking in parables,
Speaking of demon out here, this nigga
speaking in parables, man, it's dope because and this truth that we in.
Yo, we used to do
with
it all the time.
specific
Like,
things.
and you looking at it like, what are they saying?
Saying
That's
it.
how people look at us. Like, what
Right.
are they
You
saying?
That's what I'm saying.
You
Yeah,
remember
you're right.
how we used to be in the
Right.
same room with chicks? And me be like, hey, yo, Mama's be like, what the? They can looking at each other like, what did he say? And I'm in here like, dog. We knew what we were saying. It's the same way how the scriptures is with us, man. Anybody can pick up this book and interpret it the way they want, but the Lord also let us know that there is no private interpretation. So for all you people out here that swear, I met so many people say, I read the Bible front and back. All right, so what you learn from
Still
it?
don't know you in
Nothing. You learn
don't know
nothing.
you is.
So who the people of the Lord? Well, we're all spiritual. Shut the fuck up.
They learned nothing.
What are you talking about, bro? You know, and this is why the Lord raises up to contend for the faith, man. Right? No, like I said, our number one MO is to still the elect and come out here for our people, feed the sheep. Right? But at the same time, it is fun to have to cut down a couple demons. It's fun to cut down demons, man. And when I say demons, I'm talking about the heathen. Right? These other nations that are not joined unto us, man. Right? Because we also know there's going to be a remnant of nations that are going to join the foreigners that are going to be like, and we see that all the time.
We know y'all them ones. We know.
Yeah, the smart ones.
We
Because
know y'all them ones.
What's that on YouTube? You can look up. You can YouTube who are the Hebrew Israelites. You'll see a lot of Edomites
Got
now.
admitted now,
Supposedly Edomites who are literally like, no, they're the real people. We need to show them love. My black brothers and sisters, if y'all need help with anything, let me know. The Lord is like this. I see who trying to claim.
And you know what? And you know what, brother? Just like how I had showed that one brother that the Sean Jackson quote, right, of Hitler. What did he say? The key point to that is what he just said. If the white people knew that they were the real Jews, they'll be utterly terrified and be like, damn, this whole time they was the ones that we treated like that. They're bitching.
Well, that's
so
why
I want
that-
to try and be like, oh shit, what's up, dog?
That's that future. That's that future prophet. Is these those who we had in derision?
exactly.
Right. That's that future prophecy that's going to come. But we see a great awakening happen all over the world. Come on, 2025 just started. And there's so much destruction going out, right? Now, mind you, all of the destruction is created by our government and the world's governments. Let's not be stupid. I just got done watching a video. Now I'm going to bring up the wildfires over in LA. They just brought up, I just seen a video. It's all state. Oh, yeah, all of our cousins is in LA.
She was telling me how her general area, they contained it, but she said everything around her is burned. She said, I've never seen anything like that.
Well, because they were energy weapons. You know how we know?
She can't go
From
certain
the top.
places.
Yo, now how we know the energy weapons? They did a map, right? If this was forest fires, why are all the trees up but all the buildings down? And then they have plans to turn LA into a smart city by 2028.
Yes, sir.
Then 3 months before these forest fires happened, all the insurance companies dropped fire insurance. Why? Because they're trying to clean house. Najee, if you've ever been to LA, you'll know there's more homeless people
Than anywhere in the world.
It's a cesspool.
There's a whole homeless community.
They have communities.
And you drive through it. I remember driving through it, and bro, it's like, I'm talking about city blocks. It's like neighborhoods of just homeless people, tents, and it's dangerous too. Motherfuckers they're like, yo, if you walk through there, don't stop.
Yep, don't stop.
Especially not at night.
Yep. But you gotta understand something. With poverty comes what? Crime. Right?
Not to lose.
And most poverty in America was created by the government on purpose.
Because all poverty can be fixed in America.
It can be fixed. Yeah, it can easily be fixed.
All this,
Under our law, it could.
Well, no.
But I'm just talking about with American dollars.
The American dollar, we can fix everything. Everybody can have a job. Everybody can be and have a
Everybody can
crib,
have a home,
and everybody can have food if they really wanted to do it. Exactly. But they don't want to do that, right?
They don't want to.
Because this is Babylon.
You got multi-billion dollar billionaires. You have multiple multi-billionaires in America. You can take $1 billion of your dollars.
Yeah, because it's
and
fixed.
do something crazy.
Each billionaire can take $1 billion. Like, all right,
And-
problem.
and-
Take it back. Let's fix the problem. in America.
300 million or some shit, like getting some crazy shit.
So to add on to the forest fire, Joe, and I was watching a video, and the guy was walking up onto cars. It was leaving, the houses were leaving white ash. The aluminum was melting, even the glass was melting. He says, okay, we know forest fires can get hot enough to melt certain elements,
Not that.
but not this.
Yeah, that shit is too
And then
crazy.
why is it that all the trees are standing, but all the buildings are going? So what they're showing you on TV is certain that the Hollywood Hills are on fire, right? But if you look at the neighborhoods, these rich neighborhoods too. Now when I say rich neighborhoods, rich in land, not rich in people. Meaning the land is worth a lot of money, right? But a lot of disenfranchised, a lot of low level, those who are not rich, poor live in these lands. So what do? Same thing they did in Hawaii, right? Same exact thing they did in Hawaii. The energy weapons where they fucking decimated the coast. All that land, was it Mali, or something like that?
Yeah.
All that land was decimated. Remember they were talking about anything that had blue, the energy weapon wasn't destroying it. It's the same thing, so don't get it twisted. The Edomites, the so-called white man, and the powers that be, they want their new world order. They want LA and all of California to be a hub for them, right? That might be like a headquarters and shit like that.
Like a rebuild, right?
They're trying to rebuild. They said in 2028 they're trying to have the first smart city in America in LA. All of a sudden, LA. That's in 3 years. So you telling me in 3 years you're gonna have a whole city rebuilt? How do you have a city rebuilt? What's the first thing you got to do?
Destroy it.
You got to destroy it
Destroy
to
the
build
old
back up. Then you get rid of monsters. You want all those people
To pour out.
You want all those people to move. So get rid of what? The fire insurance. Get rid of the fire insurance. Now what? All those people can't rebuild.
Oh yeah, that's too much money to. That's too much money to pay that back. That's
Yeah, the payout. The insurance companies don't have. They have the money, but they don't want to.
They don't want to pay
So
all
what they
that.
did was they dropped it. They dropped that fire insurance first, right? Get unregistered decrees. They
to the one.
and also they how they robbed the poor. Psalms. That's what I'm like. The one in Psalms.
What sounds sensitive.
That is flavors. Straight flavors. That's Shallow One Gun.
Jake had an AK in them pants. Jake could be walking around with an AK
Oh,
in
the
the
bag
back.
ass pants.
Say something, old head.
Yeah, them these young niggas out here.
I just saw a video of a bull kill somebody. Yo, he was there was a bull literally holding his shit the whole time. His man fighting.
Oh, I see that.
You
He
see
pulled it out.
Hey,
But you see the
the
other
whole
angle?
time.
You see the other angle?
I ain't see the
The
other-
boy that pulled the gun out, he got killed too because his man shot
Oh,
him.
no, I
It was
ain't see
another
that.
angle. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yep. That was a fair fight.
The fair fight. He's watching. He was the whole time,
Fair
like 30
fight.
seconds watching. As soon as his man got hit and rocked, he's straight. Boom, boom, boom.
All right, mask on. Lord, you probably got a gun on him too. All right, man, go ahead. Go ahead. Bring it out.
This is Psalms 10. I'm starting at the top. Why standeth thou far off, O Lord? Why hidest thou thyself in times of trouble? The wicked in his pride doeth persecute the poor.
Salaki, hit that one again. Salaki, I just want to make a quick point.
Yep, Psalms 10, starting at the top. Why standeth thou far off, O Lord? Why hidest thou thyself in times of trouble?
This is how Micah 2:1 started, right? Wherein hast thou loved us? This is, if you love us, why are we in this situation type shit? Or why do I feel like this? This love don't feel good. That's because they don't understand the love of the Lord.
Yep. The wicked in his pride doeth persecute the poor. Let them.
The brother does this every time he starts to read, and then his voice goes in and out.
The wicked in his pride doeth persecute the poor. Let them be taken in the devices that they have imagined. For the wicked boasteth of his heart's desire, and blesseth the covetous whom the Lord abhorreth.
Now, mind you, how did they boast what their heart desire is? They literally, as these fires are going on, articles are coming out about the new Smart City 2028. They're boasting on what they want. They're like, yeah, we want the new Smart City 2028. Right? Then, not to mention, did you see all of the firefighters from Kenya that came over? All these people trying to come help us. All these firefighters flew in from Kenya. They're using firefighters out of the prisons, and they're only getting paid $10.25 a day to go fight the fires because they're slaves, right? So look, they're literally telling us what their heart desire is. We want to destroy the poor. We want to persecute the poor. We want to hurt and destroy. So guess what we're going to do? We're going to get rid of the fire insurance 3 months before everybody dropped fire insurance. No one thought anything of it. When they were dropping fire insurance, I'm pretty sure, just like I got a homeowner's insurance right now.
I was just like, I'm saving some money on my shit.
I'm just saving some money. Oh yeah, we're going to drop fire insurance and be like an extra $400 off your joint a year. Oh shit, extra $400 off my premium? Cool. All of a sudden, wildfires. Right after, what was the Emmys? The very next day after the Emmys. Now mind you, I'm not going to get into what they said in the Emmys, but guess what? That is not, it was a cesspool of fucking nothing but devil worshippers and wickedness. So you know what they probably do? They probably doing rituals and shit. And they basically getting ready, hey guys, you know the fires are coming tomorrow. Leave your houses. Because you know, you don't hear nothing about none of these
How they all know to be out?
How they all know
Nobody home.
Nobody home.
Nobody died.
In all these places, nobody home. Oh, in Hollywood Hills, everybody going.
So it's like, yeah,
yo, you at the Emmys, that means you one of us. Hey,
literally,
just know, don't go home tonight, man. Beggars, go to your house in Italy. You'll be all right. You're cool. Your shit gonna burn down, but you still got insurance. Don't worry, we won't pay you back.
That's really what they do, though. That's the crazy. It seems funny, but that's really how it go, though.
But you beat though, how we the watchmen, Lord willing, we be those men. Left hand got their watchmen too.
Hey, 100%.
Listen, this is their equivalence of blowing that trumpet.
Man,
Yo,
hold up.
that stock out.
Hold on. So what the brother just said, we had a brother up here. Literally, he said he's a security guard. And he said, I want y'all to watch. He literally said, I want y'all to watch your body because the FBI and them watching y'all.
On y'all.
We was like, we know. He was like, yeah, because it was because to become a security guard, he's in the know. He was talking about it wasn't your specific camp, but brothers that was out doing what y'all doing, you know what I'm saying? They had FBI agents, white dudes on their phones with badges and shit, hiding their cameras and looking. Now, mind you, we knew we was getting watched damn near 8 years ago. We was on a government website talking about we were one of the biggest hate groups in America.
Literally, our camp by
name. So we was like, all right, bro, we already
It's like
know
making
that.
an all-star team.
We
We was all all-stars that year.
Ariel would say.
We was all-stars.
Ariel would say that shit.
All pros. It's like all pro team.
going to the
This
league.
is it. It was like number 14, number 12, trumpet in Philly.
All walk-ons though.
All walk-ons. No scholarship.
No scholarship. All walk-ons.
Had to get it for the muscle.
What it say? Those that they have not thought of shall wear the crown, man. That shit applies, bro.
You got more on that?
Oh, good. That sounds fun.
Hey, the only way them smart cities is going up is because they got them RFID chips in them by then.
Oh yeah, that's
The only way them smart cities is going to be smart and working.
cashless society.
exactly.
They're going to be the first cashless society. All of LA is going to be cashless, and it's going to be a smart city, and everybody going to have to fucking scan their chip.
Everybody gonna have Teslas and shit.
Yep,
100%.
scanning chip is going to be all. Bro, did you see over they got in China? They got the roads and stuff that as people are walking is lighting the city. So they have like these energy conductors underneath the streets. right? So when cars are driving over, it's creating electricity. When people walking, it's creating electricity. That's a smart city. They're trying to basically bring that to America, okay? Why? Now, why would they start in LA? Mind you, the poorest people in the world, LA, and guess what? And also the richest people in the world in LA.
City of Los Angeles, man.
Exactly.
It's the harbinger of fucking death now. What's the holy?
Huh.
What does Hollywood go back to? Holy water? So
It's like a
Hollywood and wizards.
It goes
a wizard
exact
and a
time.
tree. It goes into like sorcery and
Wizards.
poison.
That's where
That's the hub.
the wand.
exactly.
It was made out of Hollywood.
They hit that Disney with the Disney that
Yeah,
lights
look,
it all up.
fucking Wizard of Oz out there. You know what I mean?
You still got that?
I got it. This is Psalms 10 and 3. No, I said 4. It says the wicked through the pride of his countenance will not seek after Yahweh. Yahweh is not in all his thoughts. His ways are always grievous. Thy judgments are far above out of his sight. As for all his enemies, he puffeth at them.
What does America do? What does the so-called white man do to everybody? All his enemies, he puff up everything. What did Trump just literally say to the Hamas and them? Yo, if y'all give up them hostages before I'm elected, there's gonna be problems. He puffed up at him like he's straight on national TV. They got a negotiator that was negotiating to get the hostages back, and Trump went on national TV and was like, "Hey, like, if I may, I just want y'all to know, if y'all don't give up our motherfucking, if y'all don't give up the hostages before I'm in office, there's gonna be issues." Mind you, you're supposed to be negotiating. Trump straight said, "Nah."
He just say
Whatever I say.
It's an ultimatum.
If you don't give up, you never should even took the hostages. But if you don't give up the hostages before I get put in office,
Chavez.
all hell gonna break loose. Is what he said.
exactly.
They know it.
Guess what? Puff it. Look. It's his pride.
They wouldn't have been scared if it was Kamala saying that.
Mind you, puffing up,
Someone said it.
puffing up at his enemies. Like, damn, dog.
Kamala came so
Like, do you really even?
I implore you guys to Trump look into your hearts and
Fuck that.
Look, man, look.
Fuck that bitch. Fuck that liberal movement.
Y'all get him
all
back
that
in 24 hours.
Shit going down.
Some of
I'm
the
bombing all y'all.
some of the craziest work from Trump, bro. When the Jake security guard, he was all Joe is Trump working for Trump's fucking awesome. Yo, he was in the room when he slid the picture over to
Oh
the.
yeah.
This is a picture of your house with your
Oh,
family.
I saw
in it.
that.
If a hair on a single American soldier's head is touched while they was pulling them out the country, blow your fucking house up with your family in there. He just showed
Oh,
the
yeah,
picture.
he showed the picture.
All he
Oh,
did was
yeah,
show
yeah,
it.
yeah.
I don't know, was it a picture or a
No,
phone?
no.
Bro, he showed it. Nah, his man,
Should've,
he
like,
said,
Call
look,
of
he
Duty
just
from
showed
an airplane
it.
view.
He basically showed it like, look, yeah, so
Fam, I knew where they at.
anybody touch one of them, yo,
He be like,
it's
hey,
up.
he be like,
What else he
hey,
say?
what's
That's
your mom
some crazy
name?
work, bro.
What's your-
He
He
was
be like, yo, ain't your mom named Amber? Don't you
Yeah,
got a
one of
cousin
them
named
joints.
Becky?
Yo,
Don't you got a son named Jonathan?
he go to that elementary
They
school.
go to Elspeth
Yeah.
Joint. Oh, guess what? It's some picture of their crib.
Nah,
Play
that's
with me.
heavy.
Play with me.
That's heavy.
All I'm gonna be
That's
going.
Edomite
Nah,
shit,
that's
bro.
heavy.
Yo, he
bro.
said he did the same shit. I think it was North Korea president.
Oh, yeah.
When they talked, he was like, "Look," he told him like, "Yeah, I got a red button." He said, "Listen, I got a red button on my desk too. And mine's bigger. And mine's works."
He said, "Mine works." Oh shit!
Mine's big. Yeah, he did say
He said,
that.
"Mine's bigger."
That's why.
I think he said that on Joe Rogan podcast.
Yeah.
that's
Exactly.
crazy.
Yeah, exactly.
Bro,
But-
the Lord is literally holding all these motherfuckers back from pressing that button, bro. Somebody would have been, fuck that, they,
Kamala Harris would have got it. She'd have been like, fuck that nigga,
Oh, yeah.
liberal bitches. She'd have like gay rights and abortion. Oh, you would see like, oh, what's going on? You go to hear sirens. Sirens out. The Lord like, no, that bitch cannot
This
get in office.
is not a test.
hell.
I can't wait to hear
I
that
cannot
shit.
wait to hear
Yo,
that.
It's not a test.
This
This is not a test.
Not a test.
Yo, that's heavy, bro. That's definitely what's gonna be said. TV's gonna come on.
It's probably fucking like microphones implanted and shit.
Everything.
And you'll never know.
Nigga, every phone and TV you got in your
This
house.
shit just get hacked.
Yo,
This is not a test. Emergency broadcast.
bro, they already do it now. You ever notice when they be having the Amber Alerts
Amber
and then your
Alerts,
first call
yeah.
your phone off
100%,
and what do you think that's
look,
for? They tested. This is just a test. But next time you know it's gonna be like this. This is not his test.
Let's
There
just
are
see
aliens
when
coming out of the sky and missiles have been launched. We're gonna be like,
Look,
Everyone, please get to safety.
hey, I just
God
pray.
bless you all.
do not go, do not go outside.
I pray brothers is doing this right here. Bro, watching a lesson, driving, you see.
Oh no, we ain't gonna be
This
on
is
the
not
hedges,
a
bro. We already know the
Well, I
process.
know,
at
you
that
know,
point,
you're right.
probably
Everything
not.
gonna be
We
short.
ain't gonna be on the hedges, bro.
listen,
But
all
it
these
would be
brothers is
beautiful.
doing the
It
work,
would be
doing
beautiful. The
something.
Lord come back and we in the scriptures. All you hear is, doom. Oh shit! Ah! You see, I got the Bible. Bro, they be heavy, man. All right, I know you have more on that, brother. Let's go ahead.
Psalms 10 and 6. He has said in his heart, I shall not be moved, for I shall never be in adversity.
See, this is the pride. This is the pride of the so-called white man. They believe that they'll never be in adversity. They believe they'll win all wars. They believe they're going to win every fight that comes to them. They believe that if anything was cast down, they'll come back and rebuild the houses. They literally believe. Matter of fact, get that. But I shall cast down. It's Obadiah. They should build, and I will go down.
I got Isaiah 14:14 too.
Yeah. Grab that. But go ahead, finish my.
Verse 8. He sitteth in the lurking places. No, it's like verse 7. His mouth is full of cursing and deceit and fraud. Under his tongue is mischief and vanity. He sitteth in the lurking places of the villages, and the secret places doeth he murder the innocent.
Now, mind you, how do we understand this? Because what they do is before these fires went out, before the fires go out, before the snowstorms happen, before the all of this stuff is planned before they do it. So they sit in the secret places going, all right, we want our smart city. All right, how the fuck we gonna get it? Well, bro, we got the energy weapons.
Crisis.
Boom. Also on the East Coast, think of the West Coast fires, East Coast drones don't know what it is, chariots and UFO. Come on, bro, that's a siege. They're laying siege on both sides. Now, Trump talking about, instead of calling it the Gulf of Mexico, he's trying to change it to the Gulf of America. Then he's telling Canada to become part of the country. Not even Canada, and Denmark. They want Canada and Denmark. What's it, Denmark or Greenland? Because Canada and right up above it, I believe, right on the side, Greenland. So he's trying to basically, we're watching imperialism at its finest in 2025. He says, Mexico, join us. Canada, join us. Greenland, join us.
Hey guys.
How you doing?
Have a great day.
Likewise.
And so why is he doing all that? What is happening? Well, mind you, they even had it on national TV. They even talked about on national TV that that Putin is even looking to expand his country. So why is it that America's trying to expand and the adversary, everyone's trying to expand? What's going on? Why is everybody trying to absorb into what? Because they're trying to, remember, they believe in destabilizing the Middle East, which is Northeast Africa. They want to destabilize it because those Muslims over there are so devout that you can't move. They're about that life. They got the spirit of it.
that over there. And they're willing to die about it.
Even in Western Asia.
Yeah.
All those like Russia, Ukraine, all Russia.
They cannot.
Ukraine,
They can't have their New World
they're
Order.
devout Muslims,
They
bro.
can't have their New World Order until they get rid of certain religions. So they got to get rid of Christianity, and they got to get rid of and they got to get rid of Islam, right? Because you can't, mind you. Now we know that Islam is false, but you can't tell them Muslims. You can't tell them Muslims in their country what the fuck to do. So America, like, all right, well, we gotta get all these motherfuckers fighting, wipe them off the map, and then we can go ahead and establish our own shit. But this is the pride of Esau.
Y'all see that fight that was happening that took place?
I don't know. You keep talking about
Ukrainian and shit that was on camera. They was fighting each other. Death battle with fucking knives, killing each other. And then the one boy killed him. He was like, it's all right. Let me die alone. He's like, it was my best fight. It was my best fight. But they was fighting over the border of Ukraine, and right there was hand-to-hand combat.
Crazy thing about Russia,
Crazy,
Ukraine is
bro.
that a lot of
Crazy,
Ukrainians call themselves Russian.
Yeah. Now they do though.
Because
He
they
saying
are,
that.
though.
And he both look like Chinese.
They are Russians. Yeah, they was part of the old mother. Yeah,
Mother Russia.
That's the whole, bro. Your
They
history,
still
bro.
do.
That's the whole point. It's like why?
They were saying-
Russia's just trying to get them back.
Exactly.
Why
Yes.
the fucking?
Why are you fighting against them?
Like, come on, bro. What we
Because
got to do with them?
Because they don't know any
They trying to
better.
go
Right.
into that
No,
American.
Lord,
No. But the main reason why the fight happened is because America wanted to be. America always wants to be strategically placed around its enemies to keep control.
Ukraine was their way.
Exactly.
That makes
That's how they
sense.
got in.
That's why they're trying to
That
get
makes
Taiwan.
sense.
That's how they got in.
Taiwan.
That's how they got in.
That's how
Right.
they gonna get China.
That makes sense. That
Remember,
makes
it's
sense.
war, bro. The
You gotta
Lord
be
is
smart and tactical.
it's all war, bro.
Then in the meantime, in
all
the
war.
in the world of Jake, right? You got Tariq Nasheed saying that it was such thing as foundational Black Americans.
Foundation of Black America.
Yeah, he coined that. Foundation of the Aborigines of America. He's calling them foundational Black Americans.
Who? Trump.
Nah, Tariq Nasheed. In the midst of all this, we got this too. It's just the vices are multiplying within J community. He's basing another doctrine, bro. Who were in America first? Oh, those are foundational Black Americans. Not the Native and Latin tribes. foundational Black
Well,
America.
a lot of the
Like,
native,
what the
a lot
fuck
of
is
those,
that?
but a lot
Remember-
of those Native
I mean?
Americans with that straight hair and all that shit were not
they
us.
not real.
They not us.
Most of the Native Americans that you see
Are
look
assimilated.
Like so-called
Right.
black.
They're walking around right
Like
now.
the $5 Indian situation. What I'm saying is he created a whole another vice, another philosophy for Jake to
To
what I'm
eat
saying?
up and shit.
Right. So
Just
it's
be
gonna
eating
it's
that
gonna
shit
be
up,
more it's gonna be more what is it, variance, more division. It's gonna cause strife with the
But who's the author?
nations,
But
man.
who's the author of division? Yahweh
Jake,
Shai.
Jake want to be
How
anything
about
but
Yahweh
an
Shai?
Israelite.
What?
because
Anything,
being an Israelite
bro.
requires change. That's why.
Oh, my.
Oh, nigga,
It's a challenge.
I'm original man, Aboriginal. It's the foundation. I'm the original Asiatic black man. I'm
foundation.
God.
I'm foundation.
But then they'll walk around God. You just walk around, light up a Newport. Go home.
They be like, yo, they be on some, like,
Hit
they be
some
on,
heroin.
they be on some, yo, God body. Look, God body, nigga. You got this. I'm a
You gotta
God.
finish the rest of the
Sloppy,
verse
bad, out of
though.
shape.
We gods, but you gonna die like princes.
Yeah,
You gonna be under them
die like-
curses.
yeah.
God, I go, yo, finish that.
You be subjected to them vices.
Psalms 10 and I'm gonna go into verse 9. He lieth in wait secretly as a lion in his den. He lieth in wait to catch the poor. He doeth catch the poor, but he draweth him into his net.
And how do they draw you into in their net? Unrighteous decrees. They'll I remember it says a gift destroyeth the heart. They'll sit here and tell you, hey man, come over here. We'll give you food. We'll put you part of these little organizations. We'll give you grants and all that. They bait you into joining over or coming over so they can destroy you, man. You know? What was it? His mouth was smoother than oil, but word was in his heart. Words were smoother than oil, smoother than butter. Salakia.
That's another one.
When it says oil, right?
Yeah, it is.
And then, but what? War was in his heart, man. This is how they do it. Go ahead.
Verse 10. He croucheth and humbleth himself, that the poor may fall by his strong ones. He saith, he hath said in his heart, Yahweh hath forgotten. He hideth his face, he will never see it. Arise, O Lord, O power, lift up thy hand, forget not the humble. Wherefore doth the wicked condemn Yahweh? He hath said in his heart, thou wilt not require it. Thou hast seen it, for thou beholdest mischief and spite, to requite. What's that?
That's what I believe.
Yeah, requite. To requite it with thy hand, the poor committeth himself unto thee, and thou art the helper of the faith, the fatherless.
So that right there. So they believe that the Father fell asleep on his throne.
Correct.
They believe that they're not going to get repercussions for their actions, because what they're going to say is, well, I told them. Remember that we talked about cosmic karma. Right? They believe if I tell you what I'm going to do before I do it, or show you in a movie, or give you some idea of what could happen, and you agree to it openly, then there's nothing that you can say. They're going to sit here and say what he just said. They said the poor delivered themselves into my hands. They came to me. How you going to be mad at me? That's how they see it, right? That's exactly how they see it, man.
That shit.
But it's cool because the Lord says vengeance is mine. What they're not understanding is we all know this. They running up their tab. The Lord is allowing them to run this tab up. So when the Lord come back with all that fiery and indignation and all that, bro, ain't nobody gonna be able to say, but why me? That's the whole purpose. The Lord is like, go run your tab up. Because it's nothing to kill the flesh. Because all spirits go back to the Father. This life is meaningless. For real. It's meaningless. Right?
We already found the purpose. Now we just gotta endure.
Exactly.
The greatest purpose was to wake up, realize that you were children of the Lord, you were Israelite, and to follow that.
Exactly.
To follow the whole duty of man. Outside of that, now it's just, we understand what is, now we just gotta be consistent, man. Like the brother said, this shit is boring. We're trying to get the fuck out of here. Ain't nothing really to look forward
this shit
to
is
but the
mundane,
kingdom and
bro.
destruction. We don't look forward to fucking, what does there look forward to? We don't look forward to birthdays. We don't look forward to holidays. We don't look forward to none of anything that's in the world. So the only thing we look forward
Taking
to
this shit
is
day by day,
death,
bro.
destruction, glory, and the fucking kingdom.
Taking this shit day by day, brothers.
You can't enjoy your kids the way you want to because you got to worry about
something going on.
something going on, getting sick, predators, them growing up, daughters becoming harlots, and sons becoming bums and murderers and shit, man. Like,
Look at the plight of the world now, man. Under these decrees and doctrines and philosophies today, the whole world is crumbling. Everybody understands this and sees it, but they don't care. You got this new generation.
They're just going through the motions.
Yeah, and mind you, Gen Z, this last generation is the generation that's kind of fueling it because they're all indoctrinated. Literally, Esau made a plan back in the early 1900s to sit here, and it actually worked. Look how destroyed these people are.
Willie Lynch syndrome.
Yo, literally, like most of these young boys are feminine.
That is the spirit.
Most of these women are masculine. The entire world is upside down, right?
Bro, that's the spirit.
It's actually what I said.
Where they at?
Willie Lynch like
Where they at? Nah, because you said that. And when you were saying, it's like, he literally said in the book that the only way that you could break this is by divine intervention. You need the Lord. You feel? And they still ain't break it because, you know, prophecy ain't, we here now, though.
I mean, we not in the we like Neo in them and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Mind you, remember the book? Remember when they went underground? Where was it? All black and brown people, and they called it Zion.
Right.
We them
Yeah.
niggas.
That was
We
right.
hop in the matrix.
It was in the cage.
We hop in the
It's
matrix.
called Zion,
It's
though.
called
It's
Zion.
called Zion,
They call it, and the last.
and
the-
Morpheus, Black Bull,
yeah,
Neo.
yo, the
Neo's
Savior. Go back and watch Matrix tonight, bro.
the shit was called, yeah, bro. You know what I'm saying? Yo, and then mind you, remember when they was all dancing and partying? If you look at the faces, remember when they was all dancing and partying? If you look at the faces of everybody that was underground, they were all black and brown. You had like sprinkles of other nations, but most of them were all like, bro, like yo.
Now that we speaking on that, you remember when Neo first came back, and who was the bull? What was his name? He was the little brother, the light skinned bull. Remember the husky bull? He was
Oh
the bull. I forget his name.
The husky boy and the little brother was the one
He
who was on
woke
the
up. Yeah,
computer.
He woke up, right? Neo woke up. He was in the joint, like, yo, looking at him like he was the same. Like, yo, man, if you the one,
Yeah, he was hype. Why was he
it's
hype?
hype. The kingdom
Because
here,
he-
like,
yeah,
bro,
yeah,
it's
yeah,
like,
yeah, I remember that.
when you
Yeah.
go back and watch it now,
They
you
knew
see
that
like,
the
yo,
one had
bro,
to
that's
come,
that
Because
was
the
it.
one was
Right.
what? Supposed to bring
Save
them,
everything, exactly.
bring them salvation and what? Establish the new kingdom.
Right.
Where what? That the humans wouldn't have to be what? Underground anymore.
Exactly.
Or dead. They will come be able to rot. Come on, bro. We not dumb.
Come on, we not. Come on.
So guess what? We are not in the matrix, but we use the matrix. Like, right, we plug in.
Yeah, we plug
All right, man, do what we got to do.
What the
And it's-
scripture say?
plug
Use the
in.
world,
Not
use the world, don't abuse the
Bro,
world.
we plug in when
We
we got
use
I
the
go to
shit out
work,
of it.
man. I got these credits up so I can go get paid for this
tank,
shit in the
yeah,
world.
tank.
Yeah, tank.
tank.
You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
And then guess what? But we unplug every day. Every time I leave,
Gotta unplug, bro. You better,
Definitely
yo,
unplug.
you better,
we unplug.
Gotta
you better,
We
bro.
unplug every day. Like, yo, we be yo. They be like this, yo. They be like, you going in? Yeah, every morning. I be like this. Dude,
Yo, you know,
I'm in this motherfucker.
a perfect example is that it was a little Moabite teenager. I think we might have brought, it was an article. Motherfuckers falling asleep with their AirPods in. Cooked that little bitch, bro. Her AirPods caught on fire and cooked her fucking brain. She ain't unplugged, guys.
Unplug, bro.
It was a crazy random, like, it was just one of the articles somebody brought up, like, bro, she was cooked. Headphones, I think they was the wireless joints. They fucking overheated in her ear. They fucking died in her sleep, bro. Fucked her shit
That was
up.
judgment.
Eyes was black and everything. That shit was crazy, bro.
All I gotta say is, bro,
ain't unplugged,
Now
cuz.
that we looking at our people walk up and down the street, bro, and most of our people took the blue pill. 100%. You can tell our people the truth, like, yo, bro, red pill, blue pill. They gonna be like, wait, so if I go in
Then you
red
got
pill,
niggas. Then you got niggas that once took the red pill, and then
they like, yo,
they
like the
couldn't
one
endure
bull,
it.
like the one bull. He's
Came
like, man,
back.
he's like, remember?
He's
because
like, I
he
know
was
the
saying-
steak ain't real.
I know the steak ain't real, but damn, it tastes good. Remember, he was like, I know the steak, and he was sitting across from the Edomite. We're gonna use him. We're gonna just say that Esau. He was sitting across from Esau. Esau was like, yeah, come back into the system. He's like, well, man,
He says, but
as
you
long
got-
you gotta erase my memory, right? And I want to be rich, okay? And I know the steak ain't real, but it tastes good. I need you to make sure that when I get out of here, so I'm get the drop of my people, but when you plug me back in, make sure I'm good.
Niggas is turncoats, man.
Nigga.
I'm gonna start calling them
Bro, shit is crazy, bro.
Yo, and Smith was the ultimate Edomite, because
Agent Smith.
Smith was whole thing was to unplug. Like, remember in Psalms 2 it says to band our cords
Oh,
away.
no.
Break the
Smith's no.
break cords asunder,
No.
yeah.
What you're not getting is Smith, because remember, Trump and them is the system. Smith are the ones that wanted the new world order.
Right, yeah.
Right? Because remember, there's Edomites that are going against Edomites right now. It's like, dude, why do you want to blow everything up? We're already rich. Nah, bro, we want to control everything. But why? This is Trump. Trump going against the grain. But then all his elite friends is like, come on, bro, kill them all, bro. We got to put them all back in slavery. Trump like, man, make America great again. That's the blue pill. Smith was like, nigga, blow it all up and start over. Nigga, I want the kingdom of heaven my way. That's the new world order.
We got these cryojet, man. Listen, man, we gonna get frozen up.
Esau,
put down
that got
in
me
here.
about to go watch Matrix.
Esau was
Because remember,
actually
Smith,
the king of
remember,
nations, bro.
Right.
you forget because remember, Smith was fighting against other machines too.
Yeah,
Because
remember he was taking over him and shit.
Yeah, he was like,
Yeah,
right,
yup, he was joining.
Because he's like, yo, you want to join a new faction? The other people, the other agents. Every time Smith came around, they would look at each
They
other
would look at each
and they
other.
start running from him. They like, oh, get away, because he's going to assimilate us into the new world order. We want to stay in our own system.
Right.
That's. I mean, if you want to equate it like that, Smith.
No, that's thorough.
Smith was the new world order. Smith, the elite. Smith was like this.
was the elite of the
But you
elite.
see how the elite is growing stronger and stronger and stronger. Well, guess what? Well, remember, if you remember, I remember in the book of Job. When they were when their belly was almost full, they would be in dire straits. Remember, all of a sudden, the one or Yahweh Shah came back and flew his ship into and fucked everything up. You know what I mean? So you gotta go back and watch it. That's what
That
the
shit was all. That's
news.
the best one is the second one.
I think
That's
the
my
second
favorite.
one's, yeah,
That's my
right.
favorite movie of all time.
The second one was
Second
popular
was
because they showed us like after he got his pocket. Remember,
Yeah, he got
we
his
seen him fly
powers.
on the first one, and all of a sudden the next one, then he started out there.
Then in the second one, they went more into them underground.
Yeah.
So,
Right, yeah,
That's why it was
I
better.
always
They
like
was more of
always
the
like
scenes and
going
shit.
into the origin, bro. Go into the origin of how they
how it all happened.
Yeah.
Yeah, fighting the
Keep that
machines
spin
and all
on
that with the little John. Yeah, but that shit was showing Neo like that. That's like Yahweh Shah was doing all those miracles in general. That would have been near the time the Neo was popping, and then it came to an end. Cool, but she was all that.
There's a show that I would like all brothers to go watch because you're going to understand a little bit more why the Lord going to come back and kill these motherfuckers. And it's called Preacher.
Oh yeah, I heard that.
Oh my goodness gracious!
You mentioned it. You did mention it.
It's on Netflix. It's called Preacher. It's the most disrespectful, sacrilegious, disrespectful cesspool of a bro. Put it like this. I don't want to give a spoiler
I
alert.
was with you a little bit, watching a little bit of it.
But when I tell you it's fucked up, so basically, I'm gonna give a quick synopsis. Genesis is a spirit that was created by an angel and demon that had sex, that had the power of the word to speak and make you do anything. Sit down. You couldn't stop it. Kneel. Shut up. He told a little boy to go to hell, and the earth opened up and he went to hell. The whole time, God, Yahweh, left his throne, and God is scared of Genesis. Bro, it got, bro. Jesus, mind you, Jesus fell from grace in God's eyes because he wound up having sex with some woman, random woman. So God then allowed the Grail, it's called the Grail, to clone him. And then the clone of Jesus was, they called him Humperdew, and he was like, bro, when I tell you he's the most disrespectful,
that's
bro. And then literally, everything they do in this show is literally a disrespect to the Most High, bro. Like literally, I got to watching it, and I even pray to say, yo, Shalak Rayam, to the creators of this motherfucker, whoever created this, the Lord is going to destroy. Yo, it's called Preacher. It's on Netflix now. I'm going to tell you this. You will get upset, but watch it through a spiritual eye to see how these devils actually think about the Lord. Literally, and then at the end of the damn show, because I watched it all, I binged that motherfucker. At the end of the show, bro, the plans, like basically they try to make God the tyrant. You know how the Luciferians would say God is really the evil one, and Lucifer was the good one?
Because Lucifer's trying to free you
Exactly.
from the chains of God. That's
And guess
that
what?
whole shit.
So, because some of it was true, because you know how Daniel 4:35, what can the Lord can do anything that He wants from the armies of heaven and the people of earth? Who can stay His hand and say, why have you done it? Right? If you watch the show, God literally be out here like. It shows him creating the dinosaurs, and then he get mad like, yo, don't do that, man, fuck this shit. And fire and brimstone, he destroys everything. God destroys everything, and then he makes man. Finally gets tired of man. It's all about the apocalypse. Now the elite are trying to stop the apocalypse from God. So now the preacher who has Genesis, the spirit of Genesis went in him. God is scared of him, and he's trying to find God. Bro, when I tell you, it's evil as fuck, bro. It's evil as fuck.
Honestly, bro, it just sounds like fuel for meditation and
Terror.
terror.
Yeah. No.
That's literally fuel. It's like, what else is it going to do for you?
Yo, literally, after I got done watching the show, I sent up curses on whoever created the show, and then I started reading Proverbs like wisdom and understanding.
That's some bullshit.
I was like, no,
That's some
bro.
bullshit.
And then at the end, so then they created God So God, because God can do whatever he wants. So God got this. So it shows you back in like the early 1800s. It was a guy. His daughter was sick. His daughter was sick and his wife was home, and he had to leave to go find medicine. When he came back, his daughter and his wife were killed, and crows were eating the flesh, and he was so he wound up cursing God, and when he died, he was granted power where he could kill anything. So angels can't die, demons can't die. Every time you kill an angel, it just comes back. Kill an angel, comes back. But this one motherfucker, if he kills you with his gun, with his spiritual gun, you're dead. You're not coming back. So, bro, he literally is basically they call him the saint killer. They call him the saint killer. So any saint, anybody of so mind you, he's in hell. The devil himself, they pick the devil is a red man, and the devil, mind you. So and also so he kills the devil, and then Hitler becomes the new devil. It gets crazy as fuck. Yeah, I know. I know. I'm just being honest with y'all. It's a lot of gems in the middle of it. I'm only bringing it up because I don't want to give too much. I'm only bringing it up because you can see how the white man thinks and feels. Remember, cut thy bands asunder.
Right.
Literally, if you watch this shit,
that's like how they imagine that.
Imagine it.
yo, I will exalt myself above the stars, and I will be like the Most High. If you watch this show, you get it. They actually made God seem like Lucifer. Like God was trying to tempt people. Like, yo, the one bull, his whole face, his face was dismembered. His nose, his eyes, everything was all dismembered. And God comes to him and it's like, yo, I'll make you look better if you do one thing for me. And he's like, God, you're gonna give me my beauty back? Vanity, straight vanity. He's like, yo, and God basically like, I can do anything I want. Basically, if you go and kill this man or go him up, go kill him and I'll give you your beauty back. So now you got bored. He tempting people. He walking around. They got God as a tempter. Now, mind you, these are all white figures, so we know this is all. But at the end of the day, bro, it was so disrespectful because all I kept seeing in my head was, no, the Lord, like we know what He do to our people, but for you to put this shit on national TV and have 4 fucking seasons of it, like it's 4 seasons of shit, it gets worse and worse and worse as it goes on to the point where they literally like. Jesus is basically a pushover, right? So everybody's bowing to Jesus, but people telling Jesus like, please get out of my way. And Jesus, go back to your room. I'm like, what the fuck? Yo, these niggas is crazy.
They gonna definitely die.
Yo, the Lord gonna come back and kill, bro. Listen.
I don't even think I want to watch it.
Yeah, I don't even think I want to either.
I just know I got a special place for that claims slave.
Well, no.
Kingdom.
But
It's
see,
special. I don't even want to watch it.
What allowed me to get through the show was the fact that it was all Edomites. That's what allowed me to get through the show.
All right.
Well, that's cool.
Because
That's some sick shit.
Because I was like this. Well, we know the Most High is a so-called black man. And we know Yahushua is a so-called black man. And we know damn well they men of war. And what would the Lord... And we know that the word is Yahushua. The word is not the spirit created by an angel and demon. Genesis. Like literally Genesis. Like, let there be light. Anything that's spoken out of this power comes to pass. You know what I'm saying? But it was I guarantee you right now. You say you cool now?
Now look, check out. Now look, I know. You know, Jig. Check out The Foundation on Apple TV.
I started watching it.
Oh yeah.
I started watching it.
Talking about the
Goes
bank joint?
No, The Foundation.
Nah, it's called The Foundation.
When they were going to different universes.
It's basically going into how this motherfucker wants to be the top, bro. It was this motherfucking ruler called Cleon.
Oh, and he cloned himself
Fucking
over.
cloned himself, bro. So every
generation.
time it was a rule, it would be a boy version of him. It'd be a middle-aged version and an older version. The older version was like the counselor, the wisdom. The middle-aged one was like the ruler. At that time, the kid, they was training him up to be the ruler, and they would get older and bro, it was started as one king, and they just kept coming back. They kept cloning. And he was the fucking ruler. He was like Nebuchadnezzar. He ruled over all.
But what was happening?
This shit was wild.
The empire started. The empire started
crumbling.
The empire started to crumble.
Yeah.
Right. And
Look, AI. It was an AI
technology,
servant
bro.
that he fucking fell in love with. They called The Foundation.
It's only on Apple TV?
Super spiritual,
Yeah,
bro.
you
can
can
stream
gotta
it.
find it without Apple TV.
But he had a fucking AI servant he made as a woman. He made her special because it was like they had fucking.
She was the last of her kind.
Oh, she was, but she could fucking learn and grow and shit. She could learn.
No. She was the caretaker. She was there for hundreds and hundreds of years.
So she was there with each one, bro. That shit's fucking crazy.
That's
bro.
another one that's like, yo.
It's
but
spiritual
the fact
though,
is,
bro.
It's real spiritual because you can see how these demons think, bro.
I like when they
For them
go
to
into
create
like
this kind of
year
shit,
2000
and put this out in the
fucking-
world, bro. It's like, yo, what? Y'all really? They really believe you fell asleep on this throne, bro. we understand when you read the scriptures and then you see
not
what they're
there.
actually doing, you're gonna be like, oh,
It says Psalms 52:7 says, he is not in all their thoughts, bro.
Yep.
The Lord is literally not in
Because
there.
remember the Most
They
High.
going into everything else but the Lord.
Remember the Most High used to he used to do wonders on the world,
Yep,
bro.
right.
Like Tempest and like
Yeah, wild,
wild shit.
Yeah, wild shit, yeah.
Like an army of 100 men slaying 10,000.
Yeah.
It's unreal,
Yeah,
bro.
it's
Some anime shit. Like
had
it
to be
don't
there.
happen, bro.
That's
Yeah,
why
they
when,
do that.
when the Lord made us in numbers, when the Lord made us in numbers and the shit we was doing, that's why other nations started peeping and we got a little famous. Remember the one people they try to lie. Remember what we talking about? They tried to
Yeah,
lie.
yeah, they
They
said
tried to be
that
like, yo, we something else. And
they was from a
Israel,
foreign country.
Yeah, found out he wasn't, and we made them slaves with that joke. They were trying to save face and do some cool shit. We found out he was lying.
Because they heard about the Lord. They heard about his name, how he was reverenced. So they was like, yo, we going to rent our garments, make our shit look old. Like, yo, we from a foreign country. I know what you're talking about. So when they found out the truth, they said, well, since y'all lied,
Y'all
nigga, y'all gonna be serving land of the drawn waters. And they was basically slaves for the.
They were trying to save their ass and got fucked up by trying to save their ass. Right, yeah, that's just crazy.
They showed mercy on them by not killing them, though, and just say, look, we just want to make y'all servants. I thought that's fucked up. They fear the Lord.
you wanna be us? All right, so guess what? You're gonna be a servant and learn of us now. All right, yo. So, let's get into Well, I would just say when you watch it, you're gonna watch it with a spiritual eye though, because it's gonna be a little bit of truth thrown in there, like to show some truth. It'd be like, bro, it comes on crazy. It comes on where they're in a church in Africa. All of a sudden, the door opened up and a spirit flies into the pastor. Boom. And all of a sudden, the pastor starts speaking English. Sit down. And boom, everybody bowed. But guess what? The vessel couldn't hold the spirit, so the vessel blew up. And there's only one vessel on the earth that can actually hold the spirit of Genesis. Bro, it was, when I tell you, man, it was one of them Jones where, like, I just like, yo, bro, I want to kill him, motherfucker. Like, yo, man, the Lord, let me get that honor. The Creator, keep them in the clefts of the rocks, so we can go sit here and freaking pull them down. Matter of fact, yeah, read Obadiah.
Give me that, Lord. Just give me that download.
Matter of fact, read Obadiah.
I need that software. Download it. It's war time.
Hey, it's not that hard. Yeah. So,
Oh, don't forget next Saturday, fellas.
Yo.
So it's a couple of things that we can do. There's a couple of things we can go about. We can either just do play the because I would. We'll talk about it. Yeah. Oh, we got no, sorry. Just read Obadiah as one book. One book, one chapter.
Obadiah 1:1.
And this is why they gotta go, right? I understand why the Lord hates them. They create shit like that, man. Go ahead.
It says, thus saith Yahweh concerning Edom. We have heard a rumor from the Lord, and an ambassador is sent among the heathen. Arise ye, and let us rise up against her in battle. Behold, I have made thee small among the heathen, and thou art greatly despised. It says, the pride of thine heart hath deceived thee, thou that dwellest in the clefts of the rock, whose habitation is high, that saith in his heart, who shall bring me down to the ground? Though thou exalt thyself as the eagle, and though thou set thy nest among the stars.
Mind you, it says, though that I exalt myself as an eagle. Now, the mascot of the eagle has been passed down through generation to generation of all Edomite clans, right? The Greeks used it, the Romans used it, the Germans used it, the British, the Babylonians used it, and guess what? America uses it. The eagle. It's the same thing. It ain't nothing new under the sun. Go ahead.
And they would say, though thou set thy nest among the stars, going into what? The elders brought it out, going into Sputnik. Them
Yep.
trying to fucking reach, them trying to leave the earth.
Yep.
The race, the satellites.
And most of them satellites just hovering in the stratosphere. They not out there.
You know them motherfuckers.
They can't get out the firmament, bro. Go ahead.
It's verse 5. It says, if thieves came to thee, if robbers by night, how art thou cut off? Would they not have stolen till they had enough? If the grape gatherers came to thee, would they not leave some grapes, going into the law?
And this is why the Lord also said that he has to speed up the time for the elect's sake. Because if we allow Esau to stay in power for too much longer, there will be nothing left. They will take and take and take, kill and kill and kill until there's nothing left to kill. There's nothing left to enslave. There's nothing left to own. There's nothing left to rule. There's nothing left to rule. So the Lord like, all right, man, I got to get these niggas the fuck out of here. Go ahead.
It says, how are the things of Esau searched out? How are his hidden things sought up? And we know that, hey, what's that, Revelation 6 goes into how they're going to be hiding in the rocks, in the clefts of the rocks, and hide us from the face of the wrath of the Lamb. You know what I mean? So everything's going to be searched. There's not going to be nothing that's not going to be hidden anymore, man. It's verse 7. It says, all the men of thy confederacy have brought thee even to the border. The men that were at peace with thee have deceived thee and prevailed against thee. They that eat of thy bread have laid wound under thee, and there is none understanding in him. He ain't spare no arrows, man. I shall not in that day, saith Yahweh, even destroy Salaki. It says, shall I not in that day, saith Yahweh, even destroy the wise men out of Edom, and the understanding out of the mount of Esau? And thy mighty men, O Teman, thou shalt be dismayed, to the end that every one of the mount of Esau may be cut off by slaughter. For thy violence against thy brother Jacob, shame shall cover thee, and thou shalt be cut off forever. It says, in the day that thou stoodest on the other side, in the day that the strangers carried away captive his horses, foreigners entered into his gates and cast lots upon Jerusalem. Even thou was one of them. It's one of all the nations having a hand in, you know. This is when thou shouldest not have looked on the day of thy brother, and the day that he became a stranger, neither shouldst thou have rejoiced over the children of Judah in the day of their destruction. Neither shalt thou have spoken proudly in the day of distress.
That's talking about 70 AD. The Roman persecution came down. Because remember, the Northern Kingdom most of the Northern Kingdom had already came to Asheroth, which is AKA America. And in 70 AD is when, remember, Judah, Benjamin, Levi was still there. And then the prophecy was to flee into the mountains, which this is when they carved out, went back into the land of Canaan, farther into the land of Canaan, and then they went down South Africa, Midwest Africa, and West Africa. And this is where you had, old maps, it says the land of Judah. Go ahead.
This is verse 13. Thou shouldest not have entered into the gate of my people in the day of their calamity. Yea, thou shouldest not have looked on their affliction in the day of their calamity, nor have laid hands on their substance in that day of their calamity. Neither shouldest thou have stood in the crossway to cut off those that did escape. Neither shouldest have thou delivered up those that did remain in the day of distress. For the day of Yahweh is near upon all the heathen, as thou hast done, it shall be done unto thee. Thy reward shall return upon thine own head.
Reap what you sow. Eye for an eye, tooth for a tooth. Go ahead.
For as ye have drunk upon my holy mountain, so shall all the heathen drink continually. What's that, Isaiah? Is it Jeremiah? When he says, thou hast assuredly drunken? You know what I mean? Esau just doing too fucking much. It says, 17, but upon Mount Zion shall be deliverance, and there shall be holiness, and the house of Jacob shall possess their possessions, and the house of Jacob shall be a fire, and the house of Joseph a flame, and the house of Esau for stubble, and they shall kindle in them and devour them, and they shall not be left any remaining of the house of Esau, for the Lord have spoken it.
Then Joseph goes and actually leads two tribes, right?
Ephraim and Manasseh.
Ephraim and Manasseh are Puerto Ricans and Cubans, if you want to be. So because remember Joseph, because remember they were the smallest, they became a great. They were remember those two, Ephraim and Manasseh, right, were brothers. But what happened was they became so great in numbers that they became their own tribes.
Also,
Right? Joseph. That's why
That's
why it separates them a little bit.
Jacob adopted his grandsons.
Yeah, exactly.
They're the sons of Joseph.
Exactly.
And Jacob adopted them as his own sons.
That's why Joseph and also Sam is.
That's why Joseph is not a tribe.
Exactly.
And Dan is not a tribe. Ephraim and Manasseh.
Because they were a small number that became great, and they became their own tribes itself.
Also, it was another
Just to
situation.
give correction or understanding.
And there was another situation, if I may, where Joseph, I don't remember who was older, but Joseph chose the younger brother over the older for a reason. I don't remember why. I have to. Was it Manasseh?
No, Manasseh is older than Ephraim.
and he chose one over the other for some reason.
I forgot the reason why, but we ain't got to
Yeah, it might have something to do with the number or whatever their
He
purpose
tried to
was.
give it to them, and that's they tried to, but they was set for the evil to get it.
Right. The Lord told Joseph otherwise.
Otherwise, yeah.
It's House of the Flame. It's verse 19. It says, "And they of the south shall possess the mount of Esau, and they of the plain the Philistines, and they shall possess the fields of Ephraim and the fields of Samaria, and Benjamin shall possess Gilead. And the and the captivity of this host of the children of Israel shall possess that of the Canaanites and that of Zarephath." That's how you say it. "And the captivity of Jerusalem, which is in Zarephath, shall possess the cities of the south, and Savior shall come upon the Mount Zion to judge the Mount of Esau, and the kingdom shall be Yahweh's." Thus saith the Lord.
Hey yo, I know y'all doing my dad job. My dad, the best there is, the best there was, and the best there will be, and that's Yah, the one that saved us from Egypt. Well, do y'all know who I am?
Nah, brother.
I'm Yahushua HaMashiach.
All right, bro. And with that, Lord willing, this was edifying. We're gonna rebuke all demons.
Oh, I ain't no
in
demon.
the name of
See,
Yahweh, Ba'Shem Yahweh.
Outside, by Shem, we'll caught with that.
And with that, we
And
will
look,
give all
don't y'all
praise,
say,
honor,
Barak,
and glory unto Yahweh.
by Shem, outside, by Shem. Hey, listen, don't y'all say,
Double honor to the elders and the apostles, and shalom to the elect. Shalom to all you brothers and sisters on
Shalom.
the
Can I say one thing?
Shalom.
Don't y'all say, Barak, you die.